Yeah, that's the other option is to have it sitting on a little toy boat.
Sure.
Are you up,
Be
Reed?
interesting. I'll mute myself.
I have gotten the lion's share of the last couple of these, so I want you to remember you can take your half out the middle. Either way. Hi, I'm Juggling Lessons. That's Reed. His channel is Cordial Curiosity. Sure. That was it.
Nice to meet you guys. I'm Tremel, by the way.
Jamel.
Tremel. Yeah, with a T.
Tremel?
Yep. That's it. I look good? All right.
Let's see. I need to switch scene to our one I can see you.
Do I need to put the headphones on? Or?
You can put the headphones on. He just wiped them so that they would be clean.
Okay, cool.
And that helps. Yeah, it seems like our guest camera's a little slow. Kimberly, could you move the guest camera just a little that way? Yeah, frame. He's on one edge of the frame. Okay, hi there.
Hey.
So how's your day?
It's pretty good.
Good.
Yeah, it's been a chill day.
Yeah, we've been really enjoying the day so far. Talking to people on Discord and waiting for someone like yourself to come by and have an interview.
Yeah, I'm bored enough.
Yeah, so in Street Epistemology, we like to ask you something you believe. You saw the questions we had up there. You can use any of those. Did any of those turn you on?
Definitely the police one, and
okay,
but the abortion one is actually what I'd like to speak about. Yeah,
tell me. Sorry, FK. Yes, we are live streaming. You're good with being live streamed and recorded.
Yeah,
thank you. So tell me your claim about abortion. Tell me about that.
Well, the question that it said was, is abortion murder?
Yeah.
Right. I don't think abortion is anybody's business but the mothers.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Like it's people have a lot of opinions on things that, they don't have a personal hand in.
Okay. And so I hear the claim is abortion is nobody's business except the mothers.
Yeah.
Okay. So I like to define terms. Some of this might seem tedious. Abortion, I assume, is killing a fetus in the womb. What time frame?
What time frame?
Yeah, what's the time frame that is abortion that's okay with you? Or is strictly in their opinion?
Well, I don't know what's medically safe. Like I can't give you an exact date on what's like medically safe. Like what's a medically safe time to do it. But in my own opinion, you know what I mean, anything after 6 weeks is kind of it's in that.
So you prefer it to be before 6 weeks?
I would prefer it.
Okay.
Yeah. If it's me we're talking about, or if it's like I have a handle on the situation, then yeah, I would prefer that.
Okay. So the earlier the better.
Honestly, yeah.
Okay. All right.
Wow. What's your stance on it?
I'm happy to share my position, and I don't want to be arguing from an alternative. But I'll tell you, right now I am satisfied with the I think it's 22 or 24 week standard that Roe v. Wade gave us, because it was for the reason that they said viability. They said the chances of Where was I? Oh, I was just saying that thank you. Cell phones. What can you do?
Yeah.
Anyway, yeah, I was just saying that I'm satisfied with the current standard we have in law, not because I'm certain that the weak number is exactly correct, but because it was at least given for an objectively testable reason, and that it would even adjust if, for example, we got much better at preemies and 2 weeks earlier was better. We should adjust 2 weeks earlier.
Right.
I think it's reasonable. I'm not sure it's optimal, but it's reasonable.
Right. I mean, it sounds reasonable to me.
Yeah.
You know, from what you explained, because I haven't personally read up on it like myself. Like I said, like I don't know the specifics of it, but ultimately, I just feel like it falls down. Like if you're not gonna be a part of like raising that child, and you're not, you know what I'm saying, you're not gonna like take a direct stance to make sure that they have a good life. And like, why is it any of your business? You know what I mean? Like, it's like, why would you care? I don't care about what they're doing over there. I'm not gonna try to stop what they're doing over there if it has no effect on me.
Interesting.
It's like people trying to like force their own morality on others.
Have you held this position for a long time? The current one?
Yeah. Pretty much.
Do you know when you came to this position? Was there something that you learned that convinced you to adopt this position?
Well, no, there was just a lot going on in high school. Like, life moves fast.
Okay.
And you see a lot of things, and you start to form opinions. Like just based on how you think the world should work.
So it was around high school that you formed this.
Yeah, I was just like, why is that anybody's business? Like I also felt the same way about like women sexually, like women and their sexuality, how they choose to express it. It's like, why does that bother you? You know what I mean? And she's not having sex with you. Like, you worried about what she's doing. You're gonna tell everybody or like try to, embarrass her for nothing.
Do you see a double standard between how men and women are judged in this regard?
Well, in which regard? What do you mean?
In regards to sexual promiscuity, sexual experience, sexual.
Oh yeah, there's definitely like a double standard, of course. A better comparison with like people who are like super homophobic.
Okay,
that's something I don't understand.
Okay,
it's like, you know what I'm saying, the business of two people behind closed doors. Like I like, you got to understand that, obviously everybody has a preference, and what some people might find gross, you know what I'm saying, like, I don't want to see that, like, you know what I'm saying? Okay, like, you may not want to see two people of the same sex having sex in the middle of the street, like we're just walking past.
Right, that's pretty unlikely around here.
But I'm
flatly
saying,
against the law.
you may not want to see that.
However,
oh, the ducks are down. The ducks is like, whoa. Finally,
look, there's no predators. Let's go.
Finally, some action around here. But yeah, I feel like people like really concern themselves with what people do outside of their own lives. Like, if you don't live next to any gays, or, you know what I'm saying, like, you don't have to deal with them at work every day. Even if you did, you know what I'm saying, like, just the fact that what they choose to have sex with the same sex is like, that bothers you for some reason. That makes you like, I don't know, I don't get it.
We could be friends unless you're a Lakers fan.
Oh man,
no, I'm kidding. It's that kind of thing. It's like it's not part of our interaction.
Yeah.
So why do you care?
Exactly. Why do you choose to concern yourself?
Yeah.
With that? Like, I think a lot of people just put themselves under a lot of unnecessary stress.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Trying to like force their ideals on other people.
So, how confident? I just have a scale here.
Okay.
If this is your claim, in service of your claim, that the woman who is pregnant is the sole arbiter of whether they terminate their pregnancy, and society should have a hell of a lot to say and should control when women can terminate pregnancies, where would you find yourself on this scale?
Well, now that you put it on a scale,
yeah,
it's kind of weird now.
Oh, good.
just because
we love that binary to a gray area switch.
Yeah.
That's part of this gig.
Yeah, like so society should have putting it here. I feel like maybe a little extreme, just because of individuals. You know what I mean? Everybody doesn't think alike,
right?
And more often than not, without supervision, people are irresponsible.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, I feel like the way society is going now, it's headed towards like a kind of like a shameless society. Like I shouldn't feel shamed for what I'm doing.
Yeah.
And
leaning entirely toward individual freedom as opposed to societal control.
Yeah. So
go liberty. Oh, sorry. Oh no, I shouldn't.
So I would say putting it here is a little extreme, just because some people do need guidance. Some people just can't have that kind of freedom. Like, hey, this is the third or fourth one. You know what I mean? Like, this isn't good for your health. Obviously, you know what I'm saying? For the deceased, it wasn't good for them because they're not here.
Right.
You know what I mean? And just like doing it unsafe and like, you know, just irresponsibly. So if I had to put it on a chart, I want to add
the well-being of the fetus.
Yeah,
not good.
Right.
No matter.
I want to put it.
Okay, so
I want to put it just about here, just like for safety.
Got you around here. Okay.
For the weirdos, you know what I mean? Safety net for the people who just aren't responsible enough to, or like competent enough to, guide themselves through that kind of situation.
So leaning that far toward societal control of the abortion question. Or maybe you saying this way: if this is completely the woman has control, this is completely society has control. I think you might mean that.
Yeah, I might mean that. We did.
Okay, that's all right. So,
meaning the woman mostly has control, and society has about the least amount of control. Just like an inch.
So society just gets a little control.
Yeah.
All right, good. So I got two hypotheticals. The first one I want to ask is something you don't know. Obviously, something that might not be true, but something you could learn tomorrow that would move your needle and cut your gap down, make you more certain the woman is the only one who should have a say in terminating her pregnancy.
What would make me go all the way?
Well, I don't know about all the way. Maybe split the difference, but you know, somewhere in this wiggly space. I don't ever ask for a hypothetical that would get you at 100%. I think pure 100% is its own kind of problem.
I don't know if I would, just because like I said, you gotta leave room for those who aren't responsible, and you know what I'm saying, those kinds of people, because they do exist, like just individuals that don't conform, you know what I'm saying, just like non-conforming, like, hey, I know this is.
Can you think of an example where somebody jumping through hoops to get through the societal thing actually caused them damage, or the fetus damage, or other kind of, where there was really bad effects from the extra hoops the society put them through in order to get an abortion?
And I'm sorry, can you say that one more time?
Okay, so I guess I'm just going to lay out the hypothetical here. So imagine that there was somebody who was trying to get an abortion, like at 6 weeks, and because of paperwork, they had to wait till 10 weeks or 20 weeks, or maybe past 24 and couldn't get it. Is that something that could happen? And would that lead you to think that the society was taking too much control?
I don't think it would. I don't think it would make me think. Like if you were negligent, like what are we talking about? Like, are we talking? Well, basically a hypothetical, like you said, like
I actually have a real thing in mind, which sort of violates the rule, but I'll say it because you asked, and you know we're talking about it. There was somebody who was being held in detention over immigration, and didn't have the freedom to deal with things, and was pregnant, and was trying to get an abortion. And because in detention, and because in Texas, and because judges working against, was trying to get an abortion at 13 weeks, and was right up against 22 weeks before she could get it. And almost had to deliver the baby because the judges were making her delay so long in getting it. It's not a hypothetical anymore. That's an actual case.
Right.
In that case, would you say society is pushing her too hard?
I would say society is pushing a little too hard on that. Just because, you know what I'm saying? If the process could have been made easier at any point, it should have been. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like if it could have been done in an orderly fashion where it's not inconveniencing anybody, then I think it should have been. You know, if you're respecting that person's wishes at that time. But you know, jail is like a whole different story. Like, you know, you're right.
And this wasn't jail for a crime. This was jail under immigration.
Exactly. And that's even worse.
It wasn't her fault she was in jail. By the way, she was also a minor and brought in here with her parents. She didn't even have a choice to do the thing that got her in jail.
That's insane.
Yeah, she was like 15 or 16.
Yeah.
And crossed the border pregnant with her parents. It was one of these things. Anyway, it's just the story that came to mind. So the hypothetical, let's lose that one. Watch. Wow, that's harsh. Anyway, so how about the other direction? What could move you to the direction that society isn't putting enough limits? What kind of thing could you learn to think that society isn't doing enough to move you down?
Yeah, well, what would move me down? Like
how much doesn't matter. Just move you down.
Just incompetent. You know what I'm saying? Just incompetent people, or just non-conforming to the rules of that situation. People who, you know what I'm saying? Like if you can stay within the guidelines, if you can get it done and not inconvenience anybody, you should. You know what I'm saying? If that's the choice that you want to make. But people who are, you know what I'm saying, just like negligent or just like I said, incompetent with it. You know what I mean? Like, hey, miss, we can't have you keep coming in here getting these aborted. Like you're at this point, we're worried about your health.
Okay, so there needs to be some kind of an intervention to maybe a temporary sterilization or encouragement toward getting their tubes tied, or Norplant in there, or here's some better birth control, or
definitely.
There's a lifetime supply of condoms, whatever,
something like that, like that. Because I mean,
notice I did not ask for abstinence. Not gonna do it.
I mean, when you got somebody,
it's unrealistic.
Exactly. When you're dealing with somebody like that, that's kind of already out of the question. It's like, but like, if you want to throw that in there, sure. Like, I think you should definitely be getting pamphlets and emails and like having, what I'm saying? If they can have you sit down for 30 minutes with somebody, just something like that. But then I think also eventually they should like be able to deny you service. Like, hey, like you can't. We're not gonna respect the same mistake 10 times. You know what I mean? Like it's eventually we feel liable. Yeah. Like for your health. So
yeah, indeed.
No more.
So my last two questions. One, is there any question you were just wanting me to ask? Did I miss anything?
I don't know. I'm
here to hear you.
Yeah, I was expecting you to go anywhere with this. I was ready.
Okay.
Because I've been smoking a little bit, so
yeah, me too. It's a good thing.
I'm ready.
Me too, but that's normal for me. I have to do that constantly, or my head goes crazy.
How is this? How many crazies do you come across in here?
Crazies? That'd be hard to figure out. That would certainly be the minority.
Oh?
That would be the minority of people who are crazy. I mean, how many people? We were in San Diego the other day and got 12 people in 4 hours.
Mm-hmm.
And when we're here, we typically get 5 or 6.
Okay.
In 4 hours.
Okay. Cool. I'm actually from New York, so I've never seen anything like this.
This is a little unusual.
Yeah.
Sit down with a table in the park and do live streams with people.
But I'd definitely do it.
Cool.
Like if I saw it.
Cool. Thank you for this conversation.
Yeah,
I don't want to stand behind neutrality, and you could ask me questions, but you already did. You already asked my position on it, and hopefully my position didn't influence you much.
No.
My goal is to not try to move you.
Yeah.
Only wiggle, and wiggle as much in one direction as the other. I'm not trying to push your position. It's just sort of like flick the needle, see if it's stuck.
Yeah, no, I pretty much had my mind up when I saw the question. I was just like, I'm coming here defending.
Yeah.
Whatever.
Have you found yourself shifted at all during this review?
That one story was tragic, man. That really sucks.
Yeah.
But that's what makes me lean. That's what makes me put it here in the first place.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, so you were already there with that kind of thing in mind.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It should mostly be up to the mother. And like I said, if it can be done and it's not inconveniencing anybody, and you know what I'm saying, it should be done if you're respecting that person's rights.
Mm-hmm. We'd like to offer you one of those puzzle pieces, the red, the blue, the yellow. You can choose the gear puzzle piece.
Okay.
You can have one of those. This is an obvious bribe to get you to come back for the other two if you like to complete sets of things.
Okay.
And otherwise, you can just squeeze on that one. It's a gear, like the gears meshing in your head.
Cool.
That's the silliness of it.
Yeah, maybe my girlfriend might.
Yeah. Indeed.
You want to do an interview?
You can talk to him. No. She's got it. Oh, no. Okay.
Come on, he's got a P90 on. You're extra safe.
Huh?
I said he's got a P90 on. You're
Yeah, that's
extra
true. He's
safe.
got a 95 going on.
P90, what is it, 95?
Oh, whatever it is. It's a cool mask.
Okay, cool. This is cool.
Thank you.
Nice. I'm definitely going to check out your YouTube page.
You bet.
Yeah, I want to see myself, see how I look. Okay.
You bet. We're live streaming right now. So if you go on there and then you just back up 10 minutes and you can watch yourself. We're right now running about 5 to 7 days to get the individual parts cut out and published as a separate video.
Mm-hmm.
So, in a week we'll have this one up as an individual piece.
Cool. What time do you guys leave?
4 p.m.
Cool.
We are 2 hours and 41 minutes in. 2.5 hours in.
Gotcha. I'm probably going to get something to eat and then
Great.
I want another piece.
Yes.
Come back with something.
Do it. Thank you.
All right, cool. Should I wipe the headphones down?
I'll do it.
You got it. All right.
Yeah, just set them down and I'll take care of it.
All right.
Thank you. All right. Thank you all. Where's the Kimberly?